The Renault T range is a common sight on UK roads and construction sites, and at this sprawling factory in Bourg-en-Bresse in France, they produce a new T every 4.5 hours.
Now, like many modern factories, indeed many modern offices, this is all open plan. You get an absolutely great view of the whole place, but the bit that we need is right at the very start, the other side of the factory. It's one heck of a trek, I'll tell you. Well, here we have it. Believe it or not, this is the birth certificate for the truck. Actually got a chassis number on here. We've actually got the fact that it's what truck it is, and also that it's going to Gran Bretagna, which is obviously the UK. This is the basis of it. You've got 2 frames, and believe it or not, in 4.5 hours from now, this will actually be a truck.
One of the key successes of this factory is efficiency, and they have developed systems that use a skilled 1,450 strong workforce and automated processes that integrate seamlessly along a traditional moving production line. And one of the initial stages is fitting mounting points and hardware to the chassis frames.
What amazes me as you're going down and watching the truck being made is the tools like this, the people behind this. You've made, obviously, this is a riveter. When you look at it, it makes it so simple indeed. It takes you, days gone by, you'd have had a guy there knocking hell out of a chassis for 3 or 4 minutes. This thing does it in less than like 10, 15 seconds. Amazing piece of engineering.
With everything securely bolted and riveted into place, the next step is to tackle the complex electrical and hydraulic wiring systems. But as with every stage in the factory, the skilled workforce make it look effortless.
I'll tell you what, I struggled to put me on my washing machine, and that's only got 2 wires on it.
There's hundreds of meters of cable in every truck, every inch of which has to be correctly routed and secured to the chassis before the truck can progress.
Well, one thing about modern factories is you get used to robots going around, but the one thing that does worry is you're never too sure exactly where they're going to go. Now, much to the disappointment of my wife, these will never run you over because they've got the sensors.
In fact, every stage of the 550-metre production line is protected with proximity sensors, so if there is any unforeseen hold-up along the production line or someone steps in front of a robot, it will automatically halt the production until it's safe to continue.
Well, it's only when you get up against them you realise how big these engines are. That's a 13-litre engine, and then our vehicle here, we've got the 11-litre engine. But when you look at the size, they're the size of a small car. Unbelievable.
As with most of the major components for the trucks, the engines, axles and the cabs are also delivered in from other specialist Renault factories and suppliers. And because everything is barcoded and allocated at the start of the process, the correct cab for our truck rolls into place the exact time the chassis frame is ready to receive it. It's then over to the cab team, who have the unenviable task of connecting all of the hundreds of cables up and connecting the exterior trim. And that's whilst everything is constantly moving along the production line. We caught up with Alan, one of the men behind the success of the supremely efficient production process. You must be very proud of this.
Yes, very proud of the truck, of the product, very proud of the plant, very proud also of the people who are making all those things. There is a lot of challenges each day. There is a lot of challenges each minute. I can talk about 2 main things for me, the involvement of people and the fact to be involved with the people. It's a very important point for us. And the second point is the management of diversity. As you can see here, a truck like that is never the same as the following. This management of diversity is something very, very impressive, where even some people coming from company building cars saying, yes, the management of the diversity of the product is very impressive here.
With a final systems check, At the end of the production line, the truck is fired up before heading off to the test track for the initial final delivery testing runs.
Well, I can't believe it. 4.5 hours ago, this was just 2 chassis frames. That's it. Now it's a full-blown truck that we're driving along the roads. They do this test, then they've got a couple of other tests they have to do, but basically after this, the next stop for this truck is, as they say in French, Gran Bretagne.